All right, here we go. Round 5 with Xiaoping W. We're cutting off some, So this is another one of the games where I played a warm-up game with my opponent. Unknowingly, I was going to be paired with them. I didn't know I was going to be paired with them. But I intentionally, well, I I intentionally played a little. I played more blitzy and didn't really read and lost the game, so they would think that I was weaker than I was. And with Boris, it worked, and let's just say with Xiaoping, it worked as well. Afterwards, Boris came up to me and said, "I heard you played the same trick today, losing your warm-up game, so we'd think you were weaker than you were." This game's going fast on both players' accounts, but this looks, like a pretty normal game for me, right? Pretty normal. I was really expecting White to do something like this. Oop. But they did this instead, which is fine. Oop. Pretty normal to play here. And then they did... You did that on purpose? Yeah. For the warm-up game? Absolutely. Just a... And I kept reiterating, this is just a fun warm-up game. It's not a serious game. But, it's just a minor psychological attack on your opponents. Like, I might face them later, so if they get the impression that I'm weak, I'm going to have a better time during the game. So this white move here is really, really strange. After this extension, white should really be considering something here, like a little closer, right? Or here, even. But this far away stone is really way too far away. So I took this kick. I expected probably just a straight drop down here. And then I was going to jump out, and this was going to be an interesting game after that. But White is apparently a Fox player and decided to remove all the Aji right away. Look how fast they're playing. No, 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 no. It was like, this is just a warm-up to get my brain going. It's not a serious game. Let's just blitz through it. But yeah. I also played like trash. Just a mild psychological attack. Bay is only slightly evil. Slightly evil, not fully evil. It's a placebo attack. It works even if they know about it. It does. It does. It really does. Because they feel that I won the game by resign, and it was easy. It was easy, right? So like, oh, at some level, they're like, this opponent's not that good. They're not that good. I don't have to try for them. I don't have to try. So yeah, at this point in the game, I'm feeling really good. I think it's... Yeah, I just played here to connect, right? So White should... I guess White should play here, right? And then I get Sente. So I felt really good. Really good here. Or White doesn't even have to play there. Hold on. White should maybe just play here. Because if Black does this, it's totally Gote. Not totally, but... White gets to seal that off. They're fine there. So this is what I would expect White to play in this situation. They extend it again. And if I recall, I was more than happy to extend once more and take fourth line territory here. After which I was really expecting white to enclose up here. I think that would have been appropriate. Take the enclosure right away. This is too slow. Again, if black had cut there, it would have been, you know, no harm, no foul, right? They just Atari and then connect, and they're even more solid with their wall. So we're just gonna play this kind of variation here. White's playing as fast as me. I think this is partly their downfall here. Partly their downfall. Super slow move by white on the right here. I think they should have just enclosed instead. Yeah, this was really slow, and it should have been farther. Like, if they're going to play over here, they should at least hit R14 to activate the Aji in the corner. No such move happened. So I'm just going to settle again. Those clock beeps in the background sound like a hospital a little bit. Yeah, do you see how fast that was? After the situation was done, they didn't even think about this approach. Wow. They're just like, this is an approach I can make. Bam. And this move is super slow. So, I mean, really, then I had to think long and hard about if I wanted to split this up or if I wanted to like play something like this or just extend on top. This turn is also pretty big. And then I was really exploring like what happens after this in my mind and if I need to do it yet. I think I decided I didn't need to do it yet and we can just split this off right away. And I was expecting something like this. And then this group is kind of under attack, so I felt good about that. So if they come back to, do something like this, we might make this exchange and then do a capping move like here. And I thought this would be an okay result for me in the game. Because now they have to, like, jump, and I get, like, this kind of thing. I don't know, something like this. And, like, this doesn't turn into a big moyo, right? So I would have been okay with this kind of result. Can't quite remember what they did, though. I think they played here, and then we fought this way. Yeah, that's what happened. That's what happened. Which was a fine result for me, in my opinion. Yeah, I kind of determined that either way that they responded would have been okay. So I even was considering just taking a two-space base right now and really unsettling this group. And then I was expecting this kind of thing, right? Something like that. I didn't really expect them to play here. And then I think an opportunity comes up for my opponent. But they don't take it. They don't take advantage of it. So I was kind of expecting this kind of thing. And then I wasn't sure what would happen here. I think I have to extend this way and then capture the stones. But it's difficult, right? A little difficult. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I mean, essentially they really ought to cut here after those exchanges. They should really cut at what is that, P17? And they just don't. They just don't. Instead, I think they Atari this stone and I get really solid in the corner for free. If I recall, that's what happens. So now there's two cut points they have to connect. One of them, of course, they're gonna connect the one that saves the most stones. I cut here, and they should have cut here right away. But they honey on the outside, so now there's no Aji in the corner, none. I'm solid on the outside. I've captured the stone. White's got a weird shape here that doesn't really surround points. Like, all of this feels fantastic. Like, this was a success. So I'm feeling really good now in this game. If we do a quick count, black has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, like 26 pairs for black. White has maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I would say 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, question mark. So I'm feeling pretty okay about the game. Pretty okay. Like, there's lots of question marks for white, and there aren't many question marks for black, as far as points are concerned. So that usually feels pretty good. Like, I'm really not sure if white can surround this area. Really not sure that this... I'm very sure that this stone itself is not surrounded yet. And then there's invasion points, there's weakish groups up here, and then I have a lot of potential along the left-hand side. So all of that feels good to me. All of that feels good to me. But they're taking quite some time to think, so what would I do as white right now? I think white should really play here now. Or something like this. Just to make sure this doesn't turn into black territory. Because black's groups are actually kind of unsettled right now. Or like white could take like these to force black here. I don't know. But anyway, white plays a super slow move over here. And I think they're saying they just want all of this, right? They're like, I want all of this. So of course, me being me, what do we do? What would you do if you were Daniel right now? Well, you'd start reading. As I've been doing like off and on about this peep. And this is where the game takes a pretty drastic turn. So I was expecting white to play something like this. Or just connect. So if they just connect, we do this. And now it's a fight, right? Like, or not even. White can just connect to their group this way, and it's over. Black comes out. This is kind of a liability for black, right? But it does reduce this area, because black just comes out and erases all the potential there. Other things to consider is white plays this way. Probably do this. Kind of the same deal, right? Only black's not as far far out this way? It's pretty much the same, actually. White might cap here. And then it's actually a little bit difficult. Not unplayable. Like black has options to make a couple eyes here, probably. Other things. So if white does something like this, I believe I just cut. Have to do this. Do a little jump. You know, something like this. And then Hane for black can come out. Like something like this. Doesn't look that great for white. Black still gets out. So yeah, this peep unlocks so many things. So many possibilities. What else might white do? Maybe they'll just try to kill the whole thing? In which case I cut. And I kept reading, like, if white does this is really bad. This is really bad, right? Black just keeps extending. And then black can, like, jump out. Or even, like, Hane here. Seal that off. Maybe something, some little bit of magic here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is probably alive. White gets the first move, right? So white lives here, and then black jumps out, and now I have weak groups to attack. So yeah, I was reading out that after the cut, like, a bunch of magic happens. I think white has to play here, though. And this makes life a little harder for black. But not impossible, right? Could be a semi-eye. What do we look like here? Like, we can jump out this way. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Wait, hold on. How's this ladder go? It's like this? And then do. Does the ladder work for me or for white? Oh, ladder works for me. Ooh, that's cool. That's cool. I did not read this out, but that's cool. Anyway, white's probably thinking about all of this stuff as well. And let's check out the move they arrive at. Ugh. They are taking their time. I bet the suspense is killing you. It was killing me. It was killing me. Part of me was like, of course they're just gonna connect and leave my group, like, extra weak here, right? As it tries to jump out. Probably extend, I'll have to jump out again, and then they can surround, you know. They can do, like, stuff like this, which is super annoying. And then take this peep, right? I have to connect, and then connect their stones together. And still surround this area. This probably would have been okay for white. You know, I jump out again, then they Hane, which would have been fine. I can't really cut, right? Because of this Aji here. Oh, wait. Maybe they extend one more. Yeah. Or, like, if I cut, then it's something like this. Anyway, it looked difficult. White can always connect under here, too, right? All possible, all possible. What is white gonna do? Come on. Show us the magic. But it is challenging. Like, I didn't... So they just jumped out, and this... I felt like this was, like, the lightest way to play. Lightest against black. Because that just gives me this connection, and I have all my liberties. And we already determined that running this way would have been good for me, right? Yeah, P7 would have even been better. Yep. So this is something I had read out stone by stone, like all the way. And I knew this would work out for black. Regardless of what white did. And they actually they picked the worst variation for themselves. Sadly. They picked the worst variation for themselves. Yeah, this jump is terrible. They just had to keep extending. Yeah, S9 was bad. So now, right? Like, white has to extend. And then they have to extend again, right? And then they can maybe consider this. Or black doesn't extend now and just jumps like this way to come out. But instead, they hane. So this is... They should at least consider the ko, right? They should have considered the ko here. But they didn't play the ko. Yeah, black was bad. Black was bad. White chose death, yeah. Yeah, white could have at least had a ko there. This is just not working. Exactly. Big oops. Big oops for white. Big oops. So now I'm feeling fantastic about the game. Like, it feels like I killed a quarter of the board here. They have a weak group on the outside. And they have Sente, but that's fine, right? And they have no points. No points here. None. So this feels really great. What's up, Devin? We're just reviewing our games. This is round 5 with Xiaoping. And we got a nice kill. Yeah, white's in bad shape after this too. Like, this group is weak, this group is fairly weak. Oh. Very cool to see you reviewing. Right on, right on. This is what the video camera was for, so we could do this. Oh, Devin Fraze was a tournament director. He did a great job as a tournament director. Uh, pretty cool event. Pretty cool event. Of course, the event organizers did a great job as well. Lots of fun. Lots of things that could be improved. But for their first time around, I thought they did well. For their first time around, I thought they did well. Okay, so this on the left-hand side, basically they pushed me. I took this, and then they pushed, so this feels really good for me. C13 is big, though. It takes the left side, right? Next year will be lit, as it should be. White kind of forced me to take the entire left side, so I felt great about this result. I feel like white didn't really... So they're like, okay, I want 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. 16 points. But in exchange, they gave me 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, you know, like 25 points. It was very strange. I was surprised by this. And now they're taking Dame in exchange for me taking the side. So I felt very good about this result. But I think they're on a little bit of tilt after this right side death. As they should be. Like, I'd be tilting a little bit. Wouldn't you? This felt like overplay. I was happy to take a Panuki on the outside. In Sente. Not full Sente, because I have to come back and take this stone, right? But yeah, that Panuki felt really good. Gave me a lot of thickness on the outside. And I didn't really lose too much, right? That wasn't all supposed to be mine anyway. And taking the 2 stones just settles my group. It felt fine. I was far ahead at this point. So I gave up Sente just to keep my group settled. Might have been a little bit slow. Might have been a little bit slow. White should just resign. Yeah. We're getting to that point where it's like this game is very hard to come back from for white. Because they don't have potential anymore anywhere. Like, they're trying really, really hard to build this area, but it's still wide open on the top, right? And this area, they're not going to be able to build because it's wide open. And they still have a group that's not really locally alive up here. And then I have, like, all the points. Could, not should. Yeah, I mean, you never know what's going to happen, right? We were both 1 down in the tournament, so you never know. They could come back. They could come back. I've thrown games before. I threw a game in this tournament. That was the last one we reviewed, right? I threw it. So, so you never know. It's worth it to keep trying until you're absolutely sure there's nothing else to try. I was not upset that they kept trying. White was judging from the warm-up game and thinking black will make a big mistake soon. Yeah, could be, could be. I'd still lose this to Katago, wouldn't we all? We would. We would. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with playing until you're sure there's no other hope. Nothing wrong with that. I wouldn't have even minded if we went to counting for this game. I mean, I might get a little impatient, but it's their time to use. I signed up for a 1 hour main time, 5 by 30 second game. They can use all their time, whether they're losing or winning. Oh, this was painful slow too. So I played up here, and instead of just cutting, which would have resulted in like this, right? That would have worked for them, right? Probably. Oh, hold on. We can play this way though. Oh, that doesn't work for them. Ooh, right. They do this, and then it's like this. Yeah, that doesn't work for them after all. Interesting. That's why they didn't cut. Okay, I get it. But yeah, I got to make good shape here. And they should really come back and play here. Probably. And I was expecting something like this. Or for them to, like, make life. But they didn't want that because then I could just, toss a stone in here. Or even probably a little bit deeper. Because I have weaknesses. They have weaknesses in this area to come in. I have places to run in all directions. So yeah. Something like that could have happened. Other big moves. Something like this is pretty big for black. They took their Sente, that's fine. That was kind of an anytime move. And now they're just going for the... Like, this feels... so slow. So at this point, I'm like, maybe I can actually get away with this. um... Yeah, maybe I can actually get away with this. Let's go. Let's go. Let's see what happens. Okay, so here's what really got me. We're arguing for the life of this whole group right now, right? And they have 1.5 eyes. So a reasonable person would be like, okay, I'm just alive. That's the like, I recognize there's a danger. Let's just live and call it good. This is, and then they have follow-ups in Endgame over here, and they can come out more easily. They're fine after that. They're fine after that. But what, dear viewer, did my opponent do? Tengen. They played Tengen. Are you kidding me, Tengen? So such a Chad move. You kidding me with Tengen? This is like, please kill me. So I'm like, okay, I will. Please kill me. Daniel contemplated resignation. I guess the claim is that it indirectly helps the top left somehow. Oh, I don't know. That's... I mean, you can see I mean, they're consistently trying to build this, and now they're starting to try to build this, right? So maybe Tengen is helping them, like, build potential in both places, but if this group dies, none of that matters, right? None of that matters. Tengen is the only way to win? Maybe, maybe. It gets complicated from here. But my thought is, with attacking now, like the fight is going to naturally go into these areas, right? So as they run out, I'm going to be like moving into these spaces anyway, as I cap. So now I'm getting a strong foothold to invade anyway. So even if they live with like 2 points, like I'm going to be able to erase these pretty easily, was my thought. That was my thought. So move like this, I was kind of expecting like they'd go like this. Maybe we'd do something like that. Maybe like this. They do that in Sente. And now they take this, right? And I like get to jump in here and just erase all this so that this is really their only territory. And at that point it's really GG, even if they live with like 2 to 4 points up here. So this was my evaluation, that it would go something like this, and I would erase all of this and potentially attack this group on the right. If I get super jealous somehow of this, then, we're just coming in, wrecking face, right? Real difficult for white now. I think maybe white could consider attaching here. That's difficult, because if black plays this way, I guess this extension, though. And then you take this kind of thing. Yeah, that lives. That's just alive. But it's alive in Gote. So once again, we've got reduction moves that are pretty legit. What does white do? But yeah, Tengen got me. Tengen got me in the soul. It did. I wish my opponent had exclaimed Tengen power as he played it. That would have made it all worth it. I would have expected Scatmaker to show up. E17 is half eye? At this point it's a full eye. Oh right, it's half an eye because I can play here. Yeah. Yeah. So in my variation it wasn't even 100% alive. Yeah, I kept forgetting that I could play here and make this a half eye. Little did I know that Scatmaker was there the whole time. This I did not know. I did not see Scatmaker there. I asked him if he was going. We went straight through Columbus, but the timing was just awkward for a meetup, so I wasn't able to meet up with any of the Columbus people really, except the ones that went to the tournament, obviously. Um, okay, so you can kind of see this is going kind of how we predicted before. But I'm gonna like test this eye shape to see if it's for real. And I played this actually kind of derply, to be quite frank. So I played here. I think they play here, and I think I threw in. Is that what I did? Where I should have just played like this. And now they're still under a lot of duress. I think pushing here is appropriate. I think when they do this, I should have probably just cut straight up. I was really worried about this kind of thing though, which I should have. Oh, that's why I didn't do that. Okay, yeah, just connect then. Just connect makes sense. And then that's why I did this. Okay. And then I made some really, really weak shapes here. Yeah, there was no need for that throw in. I should have just played here directly. Would have been fine. But now there's a lot of shape weaknesses in this area. So this was a really silly variation on my part. Really silly. I think white plays here now. And then I do something like just turn here and then just jump here. Something like this. Can't quite remember. So if we do a rough count again, assuming that white is alive here. Black has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44 pairs. 44 pairs are about 88 points. So that's quite a lot. And white has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, question mark. Like 21 pairs. So I'm far, far, far ahead. There are ideas I have trouble letting go of in an even game if done right after 9, 18, 36 handicap in multiple games. So I wonder when seeing things like a Tengen move at the wrong time, if that is same reason they're making such strange moves. Fair. Fair. Could be. Hey, what's up, Lighthawk? How you doing? Okay, they took a long time to come up with this attach. I decided just to reduce their potential in this area and this area as soon as possible. Again, we chased this group. We reduced their potential. It feels good. I'm all right roasting. Yeah, it's hot lately. It's pretty hot in June. Also in my back pocket, I'm thinking if I can still attack this group, because they're still not locally alive. Probably the most reasonable move for white to play after this is here. But I don't think they wanted something like this, where they just have this for points. I think this would have been too sad for white. Too sad for white. So they extend. Yep, I take that move to come in from the other side. Now I'm just kind of like, yeah, we can just play endgame, I guess. Continue to reduce the center, build up my territory. I didn't think anything dramatic would happen from here. Little did I know. Little did I know. So yeah, I was just expecting black to do something like or white to do something like this. We push, they block. We push, they block. Then we push, and they block. You know, just something like this, right? Maybe one of those. Extend. You know, something like this. On a, some, you know, the usual, you know, normal stuff. I expected normal stuff to happen. Did not expect this attach after this. So they're basically saying, you know, we want you to Tanuki, and we'll take the 2 stones, right? That's kind of what they're saying here. And I was like, go ahead, take the 2 stones and go Tay. I might still be able to connect to this stone over here with this. So yeah, why not just, why not capture? I don't know. I don't know. Another one for another mystery for the ages. Another mystery for the ages. Yep. So my expectation was this, and then this, like that. And so this completely erases this territory. But you know, they might still play maybe this one. And then I'd go like for this one. You know, you get the idea. You get the idea. It might also be true that my opponent was searching for a place to resign. Could be true. Oh, where does white go? I think white actually blocks now. After this, I think white blocks here. And then I think I save these stones, right? Because that's big now? I can't... No, they don't draw back, though. What do they do? Oh, I can't remember. Cannot remember. They think a long time about this move, though. I was hoping they were gonna run this out, honestly. This would have been hilarious, right? Nice little ladder there. Pretty cool, right? It's kind of what I was hoping for. But of course, you know, you would expect a 1-dan to read that. Oop. Mm-hmm. How much time is left on this video? Oh, it's just 6 minutes left. Okay, 6.5 minutes left. Good, good, good. But it's a dramatic 6.5 minutes, I tell ya. You gotta watch the magic happen here. Okay, so they block that. Whatever. Yep, and I do that. And then what do they do? Honestly, the next move. Shaking with anticipation right now, Paliak. Right. Good. Oh, I think I remember. I remember. Yeah, they turned there. Okay. So I played this one, and they turned here. And now things get interesting. I Hane. And I think the only move for white is this one? Like, that's the only one that works, right? Yeah, they have to play here. And then we get like this, this, and it's like, not that. This doesn't really work for me after the clamp. But they play something else. I think after this they play this Hane, and this is a disaster. Yeah, the Hane is a disaster. Because now I play here, right? If they do this, I let them take the stone. See? If they do this, then I extend and connect. And what's the other variation? I think... What else can they do? I mean, those are the two main options, right? Alright, if they do this, if they try to press out, and then we Atari this way. And if they cut, we just connect, right? Yeah. So this is a disaster for Wayne. So this Hane. Oh, Hane, so sad. So sad, that Hane. Now black plus 100, basically. Basically, like I put in my Discord that I killed half the board here, which is essentially true. I mean, this up here is like a quarter of the board. This down here is, I would call it a quarter of the board. They do try some shenanigans here, so we'll watch those till the end. Like, this game isn't much longer, so we'll just watch the rest of it, but... And I have just enough liberties. But I had to take some time to think about this, right? So of course, we all know that this isn't gonna work. I mean, I can still push out here a bit. It's not clean, right? Really not clean. I can't win that semi-eye, right? So I took some time to realize that I could Atari there, then push out, and then capture the single stone. You're just gonna see this play out. Yep, it goes pretty fast. I don't need to show you. Get another Sente push. And now I have 1, 2, 3 liberties to their 2 liberties. So you extend, and it's just over. Just over. And that's that game. All right, everybody. Thank you so much once again for hanging out, and again for supporting me over the years. Really appreciate it.